Welcome, my friends. It's been a while, but here we are again. This is the journey coming back from Italy, and this time we decided to go over the Gotthard Pass. And we're sort of, about a quarter of the way up at this stage. Beautiful. Nice day. No rain. Fantastic. Just stopped here at a lookout. And by the way, in this episode we have 2 junk stores. 2 for the price of 1. So that'll be something for the second-hand shop fans. We were down there before. This is a stop once you reach the top of the Alps Pass, and you can actually go and have refreshments. This is right at the right near the middle, the top of the pass. Their famous Toblerone. Quite nice here, actually. You get a good view. By the way, those sounds, they are sheep. You'll see them soon. So here you basically get the pinnacle, and you can stop, take photos, whatever, have a coffee, have a leak, as they say. It's really beautiful. I strongly suggest it if you come to visit Switzerland. Take a drive over the Gotthard Pass. Don't bother going through the horrible smelly tunnel. This is much more picturesque. Sometimes though in winter it's closed off because of the amount of snowfall makes it too dangerous. But at this time of year, not a problem. Beautiful. So many people go through the tunnel because it's quicker, of course. But I would much rather take the scenic route if you have time. Wonderful. Crystal Grotto. Yeah, we came up that road there. I spotted this old Opel GT. This is from the 70s. Did you get this model in your countries? Let me know in the comment section. Quite a nice little sports car. Hot in summer. Small cabin for driver and passengers. No air conditioning. Not a really powerful engine, but a sweet little car. Let me know. I think the Americans got this. Found this beautiful old crumbling hotel on an Alps pass. Couldn't get in, and there was nowhere really to park, and they had these council workers below. They just wouldn't go away. I turned back and came back. They were staying there. So yeah, if they had not been there, I might have attempted a way in, but they were making sure that they made entry impossible. But a lovely old hotel. This was the actual road we came up. Look at that. Very windy. It's a test for the nerves. It's good fun though. You've got to have good brakes on your car, and power steering is certainly helpful. Ah, look who we have here. Yeah, don't you laugh at me. Cheeky old thing, isn't she? Marcelin Mannequin in one of her many disguises. So here we have some crucifixes, bags, the usual stuff you would find in a second-hand, strange heads from exotic countries. Usual cutlery and saucers and glass bowls. Does this stuff sell in your part of the world? This seems to sit on shelves here. Sometimes it's cheaper to buy newer stuff from discount stores than it is to buy the second-hand stuff that's gone out of fashion. Always there's clocks and typewriters, sewing machines. They're the usual fare that you will find in these stores. Ah, an old gramophone. Let's look at that. That's a nice example. What is playing today? Let's have a listen. Neapolitan Nights. There. And there's another one. 50 francs. And what's on this one? Okay.
In den Gedichten und Liebesgeschichten sind alle Frauen schön. Aber nur eine entzückende Kleine kann mir den Kopf verdrehen. Hört ihr den Namen, dann wird...
Echoes of long ago, from a world far removed from this one. Oh, it's an old stool. Can you read that? 1925. Alright, it's 95 years old. It'll be an antique in 5 years' time. That's quite an ornate old wardrobe. Well, it's more of a cabinet. Sorry, it's not a wardrobe, it's a cabinet. Side cabinet. Or a wall cabinet. Old pram. Looks to be from the 30s. Sort of kitchen and farm implements. Don't know what that is. Anyone has a clue what that is? The other thing is for making butter. I know that. Seems to be a stirrup of some sort. I guess it won't take long. In 100 years, no one will know what these things are unless they're documented in some sort of website. Abundance of irons, old flat irons. Yeah, there used to be a craze for collecting these about 20 years back. Sadly, that has died off, and now you'll find a lot of them. Skates, a little old oven. Not an oven, a heater. Chairs, always chairs. And a nice sewing machine, Helvetia. That's quite an ornate one, with its little transfers of Edelweiss on it. 60. It's not bad. It's complete with its little table. Yeah, they all seem to sort of share pretty much the same. All of these second-hand stores, similar type of items. Of course, it's been a while since I've been in one because of this, the restrictions, because of the do. You know, I'm not going to say it. The mask-wearing word. So a lot of them have been closed, but they're opening up again. But you have to wear the mask. Look at that beautiful old coat rack. Isn't that fantastic? Sort of black forest, very heavily wood carved. Wow, with sort of angelic cherubs. That's a nice example, isn't it? Can we see a date there? 1894, was that? Not too sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a really lovely, 380. I mean, wow, if you had a boutique hotel or something, that would fit lovely in the foyer, wouldn't it? It's a real eye-catcher. Wow, sort of gargoyle feet. That's an amazing piece. This is a hotel that we stayed in the Alps at the top here. Well, going down the other side. A place called Sedrun. Not a very friendly people, I must say. Not friendly at all to outsiders. They speak their own dialect here called Retro-Romanish. And the hotelier himself was quite an arrogant little chap. We hadn't pre-booked, we just sort of rolled up and phoned while we were in the little village. And he said, yeah, we have a room available. So we rocked up at the place, and immediately I had that sort of Basil Fawlty vibe coming from him. If anyone knows Fawlty Towers, you'll know what I'm talking about. And then he said, yes, I've got this room here with a balcony. And I said, well, can we have a look at it? And he said, why do you want to look at it? I said, so that I can see whether we like it or not before we book. He goes, of course you'll like it, you'll love it. I said, well, I'll be the decider of that. He's glaring at me. I'm thinking, what the hell have we got here? So he took us upstairs, and I explained to him that he wants to check his address because the navigator, the GPS, took us to the train station, and he said it's never happened before. No one has ever told me that. I said, well, it's happened now. It's happened now. And I asked somebody in the village who was actually quite friendly. I'm not saying everyone was unfriendly. We did ask this elderly couple, they were lovely, and they said the reason is because he's saying that his hotel is in Sedrun when it's actually the village outside of it. Because Sedrun is so popular, he wants to profit from that popularity by saying that he's in Sedrun. Of course, he denied this, but what's the point? Anyway, so he showed me the room, and it was adequate. It was dated. I mean, the decor was from the 1970s, and the guy later told me that he owns about 80 properties in the village, and I thought, no wonder the guy's making money. They're not cheap, these hotel rooms, and he doesn't update any of the decor. It was clean, I'll say that, but it was faded and dated. But I thought, I wanted to go actually, but Odette was tired and she didn't want to drive on, so I said, okay, I'll keep the peace, and we took it. After that, his demeanour improved dramatically. It must be the sound of a credit card being swiped, which sort of stirred his internal coals. Yeah, there was a sort of, fake smile appeared. Cracks were appearing on his cheeks. The actual hole, we went to a restaurant that night. I'm having a whinge, by the way. You probably realise that. Went to a restaurant, and there was all this huffing and puffing that we hadn't pre-booked. And I said, well, there's not a problem. We'll go to another one. Don't worry about it. Oh, no. Come on. I should have really walked out. They gave us a crap seat. I must say, the food was fantastic, though. I'm not going to lie. The food was great. But the next day, we went to the hotel owners, one of his old restaurants that he owns, and had breakfast there. Unfriendly, young staff, unfriendly. Yeah, a lovely place to visit, but the people are not so friendly. Please, anyone who lives there who is not like that, I do apologise. That was just my experience in your town. Anyway, on to the second junk store, second-hand thrift type place. An old TV. I love old TVs for some reason. It brings back sort of memories. Even though they don't really work anymore, but they look great. Some people put fish tanks in them, don't they? Yeah, it's probably better some of the crap on TV. I'm not watching fish swimming around. I'd rather watch that than all the repeats and all the huge adverts they're putting on the screen. We're paying for this too. We're paying for this. We're paying for cable, and they're putting adverts on. That was the whole point of cable TV in the old days, not to get ads. Now you've got ads and you're paying for them. Son of a bitches. Sorry, I get sidetracked. So, what have we got here? What's that? Like a sort of butter churn thing, is it? Or was that a washing barrel? Let me know. Let me know, please. Yeah, they've got these huge adverts appearing on the screen. Takes up like nearly half of the screen. The cheek of it, my dear viewers. The cheek of it. We need a revolution. So, I'll probably get demonetized for saying revolution, won't I? What a world. What a world. What happened to free speech? So, lots of dead animal skulls. Is that the sort of thing that you see in your second-hand stores? Let me know. Maybe you see them in sort of areas where hunting is popular, which it is here. So, as long as they're not hunting humans, that'll be the next craze. Ah, Marceline, how do you change your disguise so quickly, my dear? And don't be sad. I know it's going to be a while until we meet again, but I shall keep you in my dreams. Au revoir, my darling. This, my dears, is actually a place called Liechtenstein, Vaduz in Liechtenstein, and this is its own country, actually. It's its own, although it's sort of in Switzerland, they have their own government, their own little country. It really is like a sort of model train town. You don't see graffiti, you don't see beggars, you don't see asylum seekers, anything like that. It's ultra clean. They got their own license plates here. It's really beautiful. It's all for rich people, of course. They got their own king and queen. That's one of their residences up there. They got their own king and queen, and as I say, there's a lot of banks. This is where a lot of Americans, rich Americans, put their. It used to be numbered bank accounts. I think the American government is cracking down on that now. But that is where, all the rich Americans would hide their money to escape paying taxes. In this place here, Liechtenstein. You're not allowed to, Swiss people are not allowed to live there. You have to apply for a resident permit, and it's very hard to get. So, yeah, it's not for everyone. Only if you have bundles of cash, my dears. Anyone got bundles of cash? Come and move over here, buy a huge castle, and let me and Odette move in with you. Isn't that wonderful? Look at that. Oh, you could wake up to that every morning. You wouldn't need to watch the damn TV. You could just look out the window. Well, my dears, I'm going to head off now. Got some new merch. We have on the left the Oddie Time Slips mug. T-shirt also available. And on the right, it's crazy old Marcel and Mannequin stalking through the streets, looking for junk stores to clamber through the window at night so she can pose still the next day, awaiting my appearance. And in the middle, we have the Obsolete Oddity Christmas mug. It's a brand new one this year. Haven't done one for a few years. Limited edition. Has the yellow writing on the side, which the original one didn't have. So for any collectors, once Christmas is over, this disappears forever and there will be a different one in the future. I'm going to go. I could whinge for a lot longer. I've got many subjects to whinge on. They need to give me my own TV program and I can take you to places and have a whinge about my experience there. All right, my dears, take care. God bless and bye-bye.